Okay, so this video is going to be more along the lines of not an analysis and pointing out things Squishy's doing wrong, because those things are pretty much non-existent, but it's more pointing out all of the advanced tactics, maneuvers, and movements that Squishy's doing in game, because I think a lot of people are held back in their rank because they don't know about advanced movements, tactics, rotations, decisions, etc. And so people are stuck in diamond or low champion because they're not aware of these advanced things. Alright, so just off the start, you had Fireburner going for it, Sizz cheated up, and Squishy went for the boost. It's a very standard kickoff in all 3v3s. And right here, Fireburner's coming this way, Sizz is in a one-on-one, so instead of going out or something like that, Squishy just comes to goal right here, because just in case Sizz loses this 1v1, he's in position to make a clear, make a save. And on this 50-50 challenge, I don't understand, or well, I do understand why Squishy won this, but it shouldn't have happened. The guy that jumped for it jumped too far to this side of the ball. He jumped too far to the right, so he had to jump to the left. Or no, he jumped to the left. Oh, I screwed that up. He jumped to the left of the ball and had to flip right to adjust to be able to actually hit it, which is why this gave Squishy enough time to make a clear. And right here's something that's a little risky, but in this situation it's okay. All three of them are on the other side of the field, but that's okay because this guy's out of play. Greasy Meister is completely out of this, so this is 3v2 right here.
To your left.
And right here, Squishy makes a decision to just come all the way back, just in case they get a very powerful clear onto their side of the map. And right here, Sizz turns and comes to the ball, and Squishy just had the idea of going for the ball, but because Sizz turned, Squishy went mid to get ready for whatever play was going to happen here.
I got it. I got it again. Sure,
And right here, Squishy goes for a bounce pass middle, just off the side of the wall. It's very standard, but those almost never result in goals at this level of play. And right here, Fireburner made the decision, after he cleared this ball that's coming back, and he knew he couldn't hit it again, he kept going forward, because Sizz right here is going to get a pass off. That's what he's expecting, and that's what happens. They just didn't execute this to the level that they should have. And that was pretty hard of a position to actually get a good pass or shot off. And right here, Squishy made a little move to his right after he hits this ball. Just before he hits this, he moves his car to the right and then front flips. That's why he wins the 50-50 right here between him and Moses. And this right here is the kind of hit that off the bottom of your car is very weak. I know he tried to pinch this more than likely, but it was just a very weak hit. And right here, Fireburner's doing a direct pass sideways to Sizz to try to get a goal, but unfortunately they missed. Okay, right here you hear one of them say down. After this pinch and it goes up and hits the ceiling, you're going to hear one of these guys say down. And that's because they know the ball is going to bounce off of the ceiling. So whoever's going for it needs to make the adjustment to angle their car downwards so they can get an accurate shot on goal.
Down. Shoot it.
Which is what Squishy aimed his car down right there. Okay, right here, before this kickoff, he said back right. So what they mean by this is they mean that this after this kickoff, the ball is going to come back this direction. They can totally control the kickoff. And guess where the ball goes? Right back here. And they do that by angling their car to the side of the ball. Like they just jump and hit the ball with the side of their vehicle. Left side or right side, depending on which way they're trying to get the ball to go. Alright, right here, instead of going all the way back, Squishy makes a decision just to keep coming here mid because he's expecting a pass from Sids. And here's just a failed mind game attempt. Greasy Meister knew Squishy was going to try to mind game. I mean, a lot of the times at this level of play, when somebody's going for a little pop play like this, or he pops it up, they're usually, and then he's that far away from the ball. That's when Greasy Meister just knows this is a mind game. Like, Squishy's not going to be able to get an accurate shot being that far away from the ball. So he just stops and waits. Okay, and here, so when Squishy Muffins went for this clear, he went up and met the ball at the wall. Because if he would have let the ball get some more distance away from the goal, it could have resulted in a goal. Because I believe these two, Greasy Meister and Nose are both coming up for this. And so Squishy hits it just as it bounces off the wall, so they have absolutely no chance at even getting close to getting a shot on net. Okay, so right here, Squishy Muffins, he realizes, both his teammates are coming up for the ball, so he decides, he needs to go back on defense right here. So he manages to beat his opponent to the ball right there. Oops, I didn't mean to skip forward. And right here, yeah, he's kind of staying up mid because he can hear and tell that he can hear and visually tell that one of his teammates is going for a demo right here. And right there, he makes a good read off of the air dribble attempt. Okay, here Squishy made a slight adjustment after this guy hit the ball. Not here, but right here. This guy hits the ball twice. First, it's off the wall like this, but then it bounces off the bottom of his car again. So when Squishy jumps, he jumps to the right so that he can actually hit the ball. One of the main things to point out is the reason they can do all this stuff is because they know what's going to happen before it happens. Like with the back right kickoff, for example. They know, okay, this ball's going to the back right, so they can position themselves to most efficiently be able to score. Right here, both of his teammates went for the ball, and they're both on the other side of the map. Normally, most people would decide to go back and play defense here, but instead, Squishy comes up and makes the clear because he's going to allow his team time to recuperate and get more boost and get back in position by clearing it onto the other side of the map. Then while they're doing that, it gives Squishy an attempt to, gives him an opportunity to make a goal, to make a play. And right here, you heard them saying, hey, I'm right. And it's them looking for their teammates for passes. And here's the basic kickoff I've been preaching. I don't preach this just because Squishy Muffins does it or just because a lot of professionals do it. I preach it because it's the most efficient kickoff there is, where you jump and front flip a second time into the ball. It wasn't that effective there because they both did it, but it's just the most efficient kickoff that there is. And right here, Squishy took advantage of the opponent's positioning. Right here he's coming to goal just in case they could get a shot. And right here they managed to get some weird pinch to where the ball's coming mid. Squishy notices there's two people here, the third one's right here out of position. So he rushes to come up and hit this ball over the guy that's out of position for a very free goal. Because right here as this pinch happened, I'm pretty sure he knew this goal was free right here. At this point, he knows he can score. So, I mean, knowing, what's happening before it happens and knowing what it is that you're going to do as it happens is very important at high elos. Okay, right here, this pass is extremely high. Being able to get an accurate shot on this is absolutely possible, but more than likely, if he were to shoot this, it would be saved, which is why he tries to pass back down to a Fireburner. And right here, when he jumped sideways after this on the ground, he tried going for a bump. Like right here, he tried going for a bump, which is very, very good. And right here, Sizz below him. Normally, people would think Fireburner's going for the ball, Sizz is next in line, and Squishy's coming to goal. But when in fact, Sizz is way in front of the ball. If he tries to jump up and hit this, it's going to come this way. So Squishy's the one that goes for this instead. And that's something that, even without communication, being able to tell, if you're in Sizz's position here, if you know you don't have a good opportunity or position to hit the ball, leave it alone for your teammate. Okay, so right here on this challenge, Squishy angles his car to the left side of the ball because he can see Greasy Meister coming up. He knows he's going to hit it on the right side of the ball, so he goes to the opposite side. As you can see, his car is angled a little bit to the left, which is why he manages to pretty much pinch this against Greasy Meister and almost gets a goal. A very cheesy, uncalculated goal. But right here, Sizz noticed, after this hit that went up and bounced off the ceiling, he noticed, this ball could be shot at our net, so I need to go defend. And that's exactly what he does. Instead of going for boost, he goes straight to the net and defends. And that's just Squishy letting his team play it out, and they're pretty much, I wouldn't say they're carrying him, but and here's the basic kickoff again. And right here, so Squishy makes the decision after this kickoff to rush back to goal. Because right here, Sizz goes up, and then Fireburner's out of position. So Squishy puts himself in a position to be able to make this play. even though he completely whiffed right there. He put himself in the position to where he could have made a play if he needed to. And right here, most people that are in Squishy's position would decide to jump up for this ball, but he had enough patience to let Sizz go for the hit because he's right there at the ball. And on this jump, Squishy overjumps. He jumps to the far side of the ball and readjusts so that he can hit it back on the close side of the ball right here versus right here. Because when you hit it here, the ball goes this way, and if you hit it here, the ball goes this way, or the ball goes up or more back towards your goal. Okay, right here, I think he tried going for a bump again, which again is good. Like he turned off his ball cam, I think. No, he didn't. But he tried bumping the yellow car. I can't remember what his name is. Anyway, right here is also very. Sizz is up. He realizes, I'm too far up. I can't do anything productive, so I need to go on defense. So this allows Squishy to play up while Fireburner goes for this. And right here is a bit of miscommunication. While Sizz was back, he was asking for Squishy to pass it back to him, but Squishy said he was leaving it alone. So Sizz could have went for this ball if he knew Squishy wasn't going to hit it, but that was miscommunication right there on their part. And right there, Squishy really over calculated where that was going to go. And he almost got the double touch right there, but yeah, I just really wanted to point this stuff out, that knowing what's going to happen before it happens, being able to predict hits and movements, is the key to being able to climb ELO when you're Diamond 3 or in Champion. I just wanted to make this video to point that out.